These are just opinions. I am JOEpinionated. Welcome again to the 10 best. Today we're talking about 10 best tracks from Ween's album from 2003, Quebec. One of my holy grails is I have here a sealed original copy of Quebec on vinyl that I got for my 40th birthday. Okay, so Quebec is a breakup album, and for a lot of Ween fans, this is their favorite album. So there's a lot of pain in these songs. You know, this album is really quite all over the map, similar to Chocolate and Cheese, psychedelic rock. There's twisted folk tracks, electronic experimentation. I mean, it's all over. Every song is completely different than the previous track. Dean Ween, mostly on guitars on this one, and some vocals. They've got Claude Coleman on the drums, Dave Drywitz on the bass, Glenn McClellan on keys, and lead singer and rhythm guitar player, essentially, Gene Ween. Aaron Freeman. 10 best from Ween's Quebec. Number 10, I'm going with Zoloft. Give me that Zoloft. Talking about the antidepressant Zoloft, Dream State song. Make Me Love Me, Zoloft. Every episode I like to also mention I normally prefer the live versions of all of these songs. When it comes to Ween, very prolific live band. And like James Brown, I saw James Brown being interviewed by Nardwuar, the Human Serviette, who's a Canadian legend close by. He's in Vancouver. I'm here on Vancouver Island. James Brown said that an album is an advertisement for the real deal, for the band. If you like what you heard, then you need to go see the band. That's the real show. The show is the live show, them playing live. The album, you get one version of a song. Live, you get unlimited. Ween is definitely that way. A lot of Ween's, especially earlier albums, they just went crazy on the pitch control and super obnoxious. And that was sort of one of the original goals of the group. We're at a different stage of Ween now. The studio stuff at this point is incredible. Only thing better is to go see them live. Zoloft live for sure I like way more than the album version. The album version is a little too slow for me. Number 9, I'm going with Hey There Fancy Pants. So this is another one kind of like Richard Smoker on the country album. And a high society Hey There Fancy Pants. The spotlight shining bright tonight, it's on you. I remember buying this album when it first came out, calling people fancy pants for a little while after hearing it. Number 8, I'm going with Transdermal Celebration. Transdermal Celebration caused a slight mutation in the rift. It toppled down a nation and left the people running for the hills. But the mutants that I see shine their beauty unto me. I wish you could see them. It's a transdermal celebration. It's a song about tripping out. When I first heard this album, this was my favorite song. Like from the get-go, I was like, this is great. And for whatever reason, I kind of overdid this track. Dean Ween famously, when they recorded this song, got a hold of Carlos Santana's guitar. And this is actually recorded on Carlos Santana's guitar. He knew like his guitar tech, or he was on tour. Anyways, he had access to it for a short period of time. I don't think with his permission, but maybe I'm wrong. And he played this on Santana's gear and with his guitar. It sounds different. It sounds different than any other song that they've done, like as far as the guitar sounds go. So obviously something there was achieved. Obviously he's a big fan of the old Santana, and who isn't? I mean, Santana killed, especially obviously, the 70s stuff. His first few albums are incredible. Transdermal Celebration. Number 9, we're going with It's Gonna Be a Long Night. Very clearly a Motorhead nod. Very Ace of Spades themed. Don't call your mother. Don't call your priest. Don't call your doctor. Call the police. You bring the razor blade. I'll bring the speed. Take off your coat. It's going to be a long night. Dave Drywitz sings it when they do it live. So I mean, possibly he sings it on the album too. That's the bass player. And he doesn't sing a lot of songs, but what he does is actually quite good. He also sings some of his older song. Anyways, I'll do some stuff on Ween specifically live in the future. We get into that. This is a really fun one live. I remember Motorhead used to scare the crap out of me growing up. I did mention it in one of the lists. I think it was Metallica, as I was talking about that Lemmy video that Metallica did. Yeah, when I was a kid, nothing scarier to me than Lemmy, because I was young enough at that time. We used to go to church and stuff as a kid. I remember Lemmy scared me. Next up, number 6, I'm going with Tried and True. Incredible vocals. There is pitch control on this one as well, and a little they've altered the speeds. Really satisfying, rich vocals on this song. Dream state kind of bridge thing. Reminds me a bit of Dreamweaver. Tried and true, I see the light in you. Oh, can you dig in my soul? Could you smell my whole life? Some people think it's bad humor, and some people don't have a sense of humor. There's nothing hateful in any of the lyrics. So if you don't have a sense of humor and you can't, if you're one of those people that's just constantly canceling everything, the cancel culture thing, you're not going to like Ween because we just don't gel. I'm a live and let live type of person. Live and let live. Do your own thing. I don't give a shit. Canceling art or canceling people for expressing themselves through art is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. There's nothing hateful in any of their lyrics. Nothing that was ever meant to be hateful. People that say that Ween has bad taste or blah, 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 then you don't know these guys at all, because they're about the sweetest, most genuine artists that have ever walked the face of the earth, straight up. Ween crowds are incredibly accepting crowds. There's no, discrimination, stuff like that. It doesn't matter where you are politically either. I've had many conversations with Ween fans that are all over the map politically. It doesn't matter. It's all about getting down with the brown, getting down on the music, having fun, living your life, not thinking you're better than somebody else. One thing that if you're a pretentious person and everything's got to be perfect, and then you're not going to like these guys. You're not going to get them. Number 5, fifth best song from Quebec, we're going with The Argus. Yesterday we lost our lives, tomorrow we are born. Fortune smiled upon us, sacrifice the Argus. Puzzled by the mountain, tricked by the sea. The Argus is practiced compassion, with an eye on you as one is on me. Will the God eye grant his forgiveness and allow he that's lived a reason to see? The Argus, live in Chicago, their DVD, it's on YouTube. You can watch it right now for free. Check out The Argus on that video. Check out that whole concert, because that's amazing start to finish. In my opinion, one of the greatest live acts ever. Okay, The Argus is number 5. Number 4 is Chocolate Town. I couldn't taste the taste that I was tasting. I couldn't hear the waste that I was making. Tired of the life I was facing. Making time, breaking ground, sail Brown Bay to Chocolate Town. Chocolate Town comes in at number 4, another acoustic guitar track. Argus and Chocolate Town kind of go hand in hand to me. Same thing, best version that I've seen aside from the album would be Live in Chicago, which was when they were touring this album. Live in Chicago, I believe, is 2003 or 2004. It's around that time. Number 3 is the closing track on the album, and it's If You Could Save Yourself, You'd Save Us All. If you could save yourself, you'd save us all. Is that what you called me for? Is that why you're knocking on my door? The time I spent working myself to death, thought that's what you wanted. I thought you needed my help to make it good again, to make us strong, to make you happy, to push you along and gain some respect, to be thrown a crumb. I was on my knees when you knocked me down. Pretty incredible lyrics. I know a lot of people, are inspired by this song, or, this song means the world to them for whatever personal situation. I don't have that with this song. I haven't used this song to help me through a tough time or anything like that. Love watching Jeaner do it himself. You can tell this one really means something to him. I love watching the crowd reaction when this song gets played, because this one means a lot to a lot of, Ween fans. This is a big song, like a personal song for so many Ween fans. So if you could save yourself, you'd save us all. And I'm sure that's number 1 on many lists. Put in the comments, let me know what your favorites on this album are. Number two for me on Ween's Quebec, I'm going with Happy Colored Marbles. First of all, it's one of their best studio tracks, in my opinion, is Happy Colored Marbles. Most people are not okay. They're taking their siestas in the sun. Got some ideas of the way it should be, but most of them just carrying on. Filling up on the poison nut and getting down till the dawn. Happy Colored Marbles that are rolling in my head. I put them back in the jacket of the one I love. Dark, gloomy, original. There's nothing like it. Happy Colored Marbles. It would have went well, honestly, probably on the Mollusk. Maybe it's a leftover from the Mollusk. I'm not sure. So heavy. The synths. The end of the song is so good. Number 1. I'm not doing honorable mentions for this album. Number 1 for Quebec from Ween, the best song on the album, is I Don't Want It. This one features a Gene Ween solo. So there's not a ton of like straight up Gene Ween solos in the whole catalog. Lots of times they'll play together the solo or do something like that. And I love Gene's guitar playing when he does play it. I love his style. It's really cool. It's super tasty. The solo in this song is by far my favorite Gene Ween guitar moment. Did we miss the moon? I lie in your arms if I could now. Such a common pain repeats itself again and again. Flowers grow in the springtime and leaves fall from the trees. I've been gone for so long, you just threw away the keys. I understand it, but I don't want it. I know it so well. You tripped me, and I laughed when you fell. This isn't how it should be. I let you drift so far from me. Please hold on to the memories before we really crash and burn. We got ourselves so wrapped up that we've forgotten how to learn. I understand it, but I don't want it. I think that's pretty incredible. I think this is a really beautiful, pretty song. The guitars get loud at the end. There's a little sign off where he just basically just smacks the guitar. I'm not really sure what he does. His emotions all over this one. I Don't Want It, the best song from Ween's Quebec from 2003. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, put your stuff in the comments. Let's go. Let's have a conversation about Ween. I'm a fan. I love these guys. They mean the world to me. Right now, currently, Diener's down and out. The group is on hiatus. Really sad. And because he's just such a great guy to his fans. And so I'm thinking of you, Diener. I'm sorry I'm a little low on facts and high on opinions. Respect to my favorite band, Ween. And check out the other episodes on all the other albums and Ween Top 50 songs of all time, which will include lots of B-sides and rarities. Yeah, on Ween. Catch you on the next one.